Hello, you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Sorry that it took me a second. I was trying to get that banner up on the screen right, and I kept messing up. Oh my gosh, I've missed you guys. I've had a couple of days off this week doing other things, and I've missed you all so much. I really have. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you guys for being here. Hey, Crazy Mama. Hey, Ruckus Rocks Podcast. Hey, Lori. Hey, Skittles Riddles. Hey, Meep. Hey, Cool Gamer. Hey, Luana. Hello, Nadie. Hey, Punksy. Hey, Crumb Story Diva. Hey, Shelly. Judith, how are you? Let's see. Hey, Jenna. The Cat's Life. Jan. Meep. Trust No One. Luana. Oh, I'm so excited you guys are all here. Thank you. So, actually, I had an update I wanted to share with you all on Sunday, but I've been very busy this week. I was, helping Angie put together her file in this Watts scammer situation, and we had to go to the FBI and different things like that. So, I've been really busy, and I wasn't able to find a time between driving, to the FBI and to the airport and the kids and all the things to do this before today. But I think it's actually good because there are other updates as well now that we waited. So I got an email. I had put out a pre-recorded video of this phone call that was between this person and Madeleine. And I actually got an email from this guy, and he did say that we could watch his video, do with it however we feel. So this is let me go find the email because I want to get his channel right. He is a victim. Basically, he does victim support. He was a victim of child trafficking and I think satanic, of some really bad stuff like that. So he has dedicated his life and time into helping victims. So he was actually helping Julia and basically was told by Fia that she doesn't want help. She doesn't want her to have victim support. And we're going to watch his video, some of it, and then I'm going to show you some other things. I think we'll start with their Instagram accounts. I bet Fia flew Julia back to Poland. I don't think so with what I've seen. Fia and her hostage. Yep. I'm so glad too, Shelly. Hey, Lips. Hey, Jinlu. Hey, Tia. Good to see you guys. Oh, happy anniversary. Okay, let me get the exact email because I meant to send it over. I do have an article. So also there are some other new things. They claim to have submitted DNA. I'm going to take you through their claims. We have a lot to look at. Let me see here. I'm way behind on emails too. I've got a lot unopened. And if you are one, I'm going to get to them, I promise. Maybe I just searched Julia in my emails because I got so many. It sucks. Hey, Corey. So Julia is not keeping Fia hostage, but there is a man who reached out to me who he basically said that Fia demanded that he doesn't give Julia any victim support. Doesn't help her at all. He was helping her. He offered to pay for a real DNA test and other things like that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, we'll just look at some of the other things first while I'm looking for it. Okay. Hey, Melissa Jade. Hey, Eddie. How are you guys? And what are you guys up to today? I had to do the party at Bentley School, the St. Patrick's Day party. And it was fun, though. There was a baby there. His name was Bentley, too. And, we played like crazy. It was fun. Hey, Annie Banani. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull up an article that I found that I wanted to show you guys. Then we're going to look at their Instagram. Then I will show you the other things. The video of this dude who was going to help her, and now he's not. Joe Ward. Is his name Joe Ward? I think it's Joe Ward. Okay, so here's some about the DNA. DNA update after a woman claims to be Madeleine McCann. She's amassed tons of followers. The 21-year-old has submitted samples for 3 different forensic examinations that will outline her DNA sequence, along with a 23andMe style genetic test to establish her ancestry, private investigator Dr. Fia Johansson told Radar Online. Listen to what Fia says. If
is a Polish woman who believes
if the results come back that she's British or from that area, then we are going to continue with the investigation. Into Madeleine McCann and communicate with the detectives in Portugal. Who Dr. Johansson said, who relocated Miss Wendell from Poland to a safe house in the United States. We have a lot of evidence right now that shows Julia was definitely trafficked to Poland from another country by an international sex trafficking group. We are still conducting an investigation, but Julia is definitely not the biological daughters of her parents in Poland. This is what she said as a fact. If her ancestry comes from the same region as Madeleine's parents, Jerry and Kate said she will immediately send the DNA sequence to Portuguese investigators for comparison. So I don't know. I'm really frustrated with Fia and the things that she's putting out in the media. No, Jay, I don't think you're the only one. Am I the only one who thinks Fia is just an OnlyFans creator who wants to be psychic? Oh, I found the video. Yes, you guys. Okay, so he messaged me and said, basically, the reason I haven't spoken out about this yet is because I was asked by Julia herself to help and worked victim support for this case. As per any case of this nature, certain aspects can't be made public for confidentiality purposes. So you can imagine my surprise when all of my information is suddenly being leaked online. I'm pretty sure just by listening to the videos. Anyway, he's like, here's my official statement. So we are going to watch that as well. But let me keep going. So Miss Wendell, who has said she does not remember most of her childhood, previously said that Madeleine's parents have agreed to a DNA test. She claims the details of her childhood don't add up, leading her to believe that she was abducted as a toddler and that she has a spot in her right eye and a beauty mark on her cheek similar to Madeleine, which no, she doesn't. Earlier this month, the provincial police headquarters in Poland told the news that they have ruled out her version of events being true. In a 15-minute video she put on Instagram, her spokesperson, psychic medium, and private investigator, Dr. Johansson, refuted the officer's statement. Let me see. She said Dr. Johansson said no police in Poland said that she is not Madeleine, and it was all lies. She said the pair also intended to force Miss Wendell's mother to submit a DNA test. The internet users have speculated Miss Wendell could be Livia Shep. We've talked about that. She is not Livia Shep, who would only be like 18 years old right now. And I'm sorry, if Julia doesn't remember 2011 when she was like a teenager, a preteen, or a teenager just became a teenager, that's a problem. Julia is open to the idea she may indeed be another missing child. I bet she is. I've spoken to her about this, and she is open to the fact she could be any missing child out there, not just Madeleine. Julia just wants to know who she is. One of the reasons she made the connection to Madeleine is because the suspect looks very much like a man who she says hurt her as a child. But the same man could be connected to Madeleine and other missing children. Julia has taken a DNA test, and we are investigating if it's possible to check her DNA with that of missing Lydia. We are investigating all possibilities at this stage. Check on you guys. Hey, Mama Bear. Hey, Steph. She can only stay in this country for 3 months. Yeah, I think you are right because actually that is something that is part of another case that I'm working on. And this person has been in the States for like quite a while, and she was only supposed to be here for 3 months. Oh my God, you guys, I'm so behind on my emails and messages and stuff. Oh, okay. So I sent the link to our little group here. Hey, trauma. Yeah, the saga continues, Shades of Grey. It does. I wanted, like I said in the beginning, you guys might have missed it. I really wanted to come on here Sunday and show you guys this video that this guy sent to me that he made. It was someone who Julia had reached out to for help. We're going to watch it though in just a moment. But let's go ahead and switch over to Instagram. So I want to show you guys what Persian Medium has actually changed up some things over there. She's gained 500,000 followers from this. 500,000. Because when I started covering this, she was at 9 million even. Yes, it was the guy who had the phone call, Steph. So it was him, but it's his own video discussing that phone call and all of the stuff around it, basically. He sent me an email, Steph. He was like, I can't go into many details because basically he's a victim of child trafficking, and he does this for a living. He helps other victims. He was helping Julia. He offered to pay for DNA testing and do things the right way, get her counseling, all of that. And she was going along with it, but Dr. Fia shut that down. She shut it down. So now these are the tagged photos at the top. Let's see. A major shout out to her friends, Sugar Ray Leonard and Attorney Crump. Okay. Look at her there. She don't even look like the same person at all. Here she is. Here, what is this? When I decided to get involved in such a sensitive and high-profile case, I had no idea that I'd be uncovering another shocking truth. Really, Fia? This is bullshit. I'm sorry. Using missing cases to gain clout, attention, followers, singing career, whatever you guys are doing, this is bullshit. I'm sorry. I know. Thank you, April. I agree. It is rubbish. I'm sorry, but I will keep calling her out. Not all the time, but when I have enough to do it, like today, I'm going to. She says, this is beyond Madeleine now. This is about helping a young woman get answers about who she is. Despite what you read online, these allegations are serious, and I'm taking this investigation seriously. The hate being spread by some people is outrageous and cruel and unnecessary. Okay, so those are her pinned posts. Now we're going to get into the most recent stuff. 1 day ago, the case is now being investigated by a private detective, Dr. Fia Johansson, who flew Julia from Poland to Los Angeles last week after she started receiving threats and vile messages from online haters. Dr. Johansson arranged for Julia to give samples in the U.S. for a detailed DNA test, including a test similar to 23andMe, which will establish her ancestry. And the results are due back in the next few weeks. Julia is also facing a nervous wait for the results of further health tests as doctors fear she may have leukemia. Yes, I just said that. Now we're bringing leukemia into this. Cancer scare. Of course, depending on the result of that, we will continue our investigation to see if Julia could be Madeleine or another. Wait. Hold up. That right there don't give me good feelings. This is her way out. This is their way out. Look at this. They're scared Julia has leukemia. And depending on the result of that, of course, depending on the result of that, we will continue our investigation to see if Julia is Madeleine or another missing person. Oh, so now she has leukemia and you guys can't continue the investigation? Is that truly where this is going? Hey, Tiff. This is all about Fia. Absolutely. I cannot. It is BS. I tried to at least defend Julia for just wanting answers and Fia trying to protect her. Haven't been able to really give any benefit of the doubt until they won't take the DNA. I know, Jinlu. For fuck's sake, I can't. This is a problem, though. I am sorry, but you are using a case of a missing baby who's, her family has to go through all of this. Not just one, but multiple missing children in their families. It's BS. And this is their way out. They think this is their way out. But now the focus is on Julia as a person, not Madeleine. She has had a neglected childhood and suffered so much. Her health is very poor and she has had bad asthma and she suffers lots of pain in her bones. Give me a damn break. We all have pain. I cannot with this. Y'all, I got to go outside and get a cigarette because I'm getting angry and we are just at the beginning of all the bullshit I'm going to show you. So let's get outside. Hold on just a second. Let me flip over to StreamYard so I can at least see your comments while I'm walking out. Greedy person. Yeah. Hey, Amanda. Oh, please. Yeah, Corey, it's personal to many of us. And that's just another element of how messed up this is. The first real death I ever experienced of someone close to me was, I was in the 9th grade. I was about to say in the 9th grade, but actually that's when she found out it was back in her lungs. So I had a friend who had Ewing sarcoma, and that's bone cancer. So it was in her leg, and in the 9th grade, it came back in her lungs. And within like a year or so, she passed away. And we were very close. I mean, I threw her a huge Christmas party because I knew it was going to be her last Christmas, and it was. I helped her get on homecoming court because it was like her dream to be on sweetheart court. And the girl that usually got it was very nasty and we tried to get her to let, Kendall get it just that year. And she's like, it's important to me too. Like I'm only in high school once too. So I told her, I was like, screw it. I always got homecoming. So I was like, I'm not going to run for homecoming. You're going to run and you're going to win. And I'm going to make sure of it. And we went around and hung signs everywhere and she won. And it was really special. But yeah, that was my first experience with losing someone to cancer. I was very young and it is absolutely horrific. My uncle passed away of stomach cancer right after Bentley was born, and they had to create a stomach out of his intestine. He had a stomach that was like an inch wide. And you guys, he got down to like 85 pounds when he passed. It was it was horrific, and these are the things. And look, I know I'm not alone. I would bet 95% of you all, if not 100%, have had some kind of very close experience with someone you love and cancer. My mom just fought breast cancer. Thank God she's doing okay. I know, Lisa. I know it's not funny at all. I'm sorry, Skittles, and I'm sorry, Steph. All of you guys in here who have, been through that or seen that. I am so sorry. Oh, Steph, I'm sorry. I want a cigarette and I don't even smoke. Oh, but if you're so worried about healing Julia, both physically and emotionally, why are you keeping her away from therapy? Exactly. A real person. We're going to watch his video and I'll let you guys hear it from him. But I went and checked him out. He has a Facebook group with 20,000 followers dedicated to religious ritual abuse. And he said he's helped thousands of people find resources and stuff like that. Okay, let's continue to the next thing. When Fia Johansson arrived in Stockholm at the age of 14 from her home in Iran, she remembers it being freezing outside. Her uncle had been on the way to pick her up, but she had no idea that he had met with an accident, only that she felt a knot in the pit of her gut. For someone who could only speak Persian and didn't know anyone in a new country, it was scary. After waiting for him for nearly 10 hours at the airport, the authorities kindly helped her get a hotel. Little did she know her life was about to change. She's not the regular psychic medium you see on television. She helps law enforcement and intelligence agencies solve unsolvable cold cases. Fondly called the Persian medium, Johansson has been practicing medium, clinical hypnotherapist, and holistic healer for over 25 years. The lead medium for a local paranormal investigation team in California. She's also the co-director of a national team of psychic mediums who assist local police departments. Okay, whatever, Fia. Whatever. She says we went to the police here in California, and they conducted a long interview with Julia. They got all the information about the online threats and all the videos sent to Julia, the emails, direct messaging from her social media accounts. We gave them everything because they think sex traffickers are likely the ones targeting her. They take it very seriously when it comes to that. They received so many links, they are starting an investigation and told us the threats originated from the UK. Hold on. Now look at this. Expert claiming YouTube is going to flag the heck out of this video, but that's all right. Expert claiming to be Madeleine reveals a lot of evidence showing she was trafficked. The 21-year-old, why does YouTube flag videos that are trying to make awareness about trafficking? The 21-year-old, who would be 2 years older than Maddie, who would turn 19 in April, has said she does not remember large chunks of her childhood or the moment she was supposedly taken, but does remember overhearing her mom saying she, quote, took her, unquote. She also claimed she was abused by a German man who likes children, who looks like someone who was once a suspect in Maddie's disappearance. And now Dr. Fia Johansson, a medium who helps police crack cold cases. This is your Instagram. Why do you talk like that? Like, oh my gosh. Johansson is with her at the safe house in California. I bet she is. The 21-year-old submitted samples for 3 different forensic examinations that will outline her DNA sequence. The results come back that she's British or from that area. We are going to continue our investigation into Madeleine McCann. That is the biggest load of I've ever heard. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. It's ridiculous. Julia Wendell is, quote, enjoying her new lifestyle, unquote, in California. The woman is getting into a healthy lifestyle, both mentally and physically. Earlier this week, Dr. Fia Johansson shared images of Julia playing the piano. Remember, I showed you guys that. Today, images on Johansson's Instagram showed Julia jumping in a car as the pair continue to probe her claims. Let's find that. I'm so sick of seeing her post articles about her. It's the most narcissistic, ridiculous. Ugh. She said, this is her own Instagram, and she's quoting the article, and she says, they followed this, they, meaning Fia and Julia, with a new update on Tuesday when they confirmed they were in Los Angeles but did not state why, although some suspect it could be to get a DNA test. Why do you talk? I don't know, you guys. Johansson works with celebrities, high-ranking executives, and CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, doctors, lawyers, foreign dignitaries, even U.S. government officials. Oh, yes, I bet she does. Dr. Johansson spoke with Julia's doctors, friends, police, and says there's a lot of unanswered questions. It's just ridiculous, you guys. Hey, JC. Oh, no, I agree, Michael. It's a scam. It is a full-on scam. I'm about to show you guys even more when you hear from this guy who literally just wanted to help. He was trying to help. Hey, seriously? You're not rude. She likes to refer to herself in third person, classic narcissist. Yeah, and only when it's stuff that's claiming her. Oh, Riddler, thank you for being a member for 4 months. I can't see the member milestones on StreamYard, so thank you, Lynn, for telling me. So they kidnapped her from Portugal to take her back to England? Did she post the police report? Nope, Lisa, not that I've seen so far. Ooh, I could go to California right now too, you guys. It's kind of nice here today, but it's windy as crap. This is
to tell about a couple DM and emails that you guys sent me, as you guys requested that I have to tell people to stop opening fake accounts by her old name or new name. Yes, I will, because right now Julia has no social medias at all. No Snapchat, no TikTok, no Facebook accounts, no Instagram account. So everything that will publish at this moment, it will publish
through her page. What a way for her to gain followers, you know? It's the perfect plan. Julia gets 1 million followers using this tagline, using a missing baby and her family and other missing babies. And then she her Instagram gets taken out, and they just have to use Fia's. All the messages about it will be on Fia's. So all those people can go there to get their information. And I agree. I like, hey Aunt B, hey Gina. I like, hey Elizabeth. Where did Jen Lu go? She said, I normally love some good third person talk, but not Fia. Nope. And I agree. There's some people like Wolfie does it and it's cute, but not when it's like narcissistic like this, talking about yourself and all your accomplishments. Like that'd be like me being like, Alex Erickson, she has she's got a true crime channel, and she's just got 12,000 subscribers over there, and she's got beautiful babies in her TikTok, just talking about like the good things about me. And third, I don't know, it feels very gross. Can't she be arrested for claiming she works for the government and solving cases? I don't know, Meep. Wolfie is like the only one it's adorable with, in my opinion. All right, so we're going to switch over. This is Joe Ward. This is the man who emailed me. Oh, CDT's love. I didn't even know that. I looked it before I said so. It's okay. But, okay, he emailed me, and I'm just going to let him talk and tell the story. And then Elizabeth, I don't know. I hope so, but I don't know exactly. I haven't heard today. Out here giving her whole LinkedIn on her IG. Okay, here we go. Now this, like I said, trigger warning, because he does touch on kind of what he does and a little bit. Just, it's actually been a week since I watched it, but when I watched it, I emailed him back and I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to share this because this is important. To all the people who have been watching and keeping up with this here, I want you guys to hear this.
Good evening, everybody. For those of you wondering who the hell I am and why I'm in your news feed, my name is Joe Ward, and I'm a survivor and documentarian of child abuse.
Thank you so much. Welcome, Elizabeth. Thank you for joining. I appreciate that so much. I really, really do. Thank you. Yeah, trigger warning. Thank you, guys. Yeah, she's not helpful at all. Okay.
And I would like to address some of the misinformation that's been going around online with my involvement with a young lady named Julia, who believes that she may be McCann. I'm a big believer that busy people don't need to tell you that they're busy, so I'm just going to crack on. A journalist friend of mine who has followed the Madeleine case for quite a while sent me a message a couple of weeks ago, which is him. He thought that because of my and my team's area of expertise in working with victims who were struggling with different syndromes and trafficking and things like that, that we may be able to help Julia. So he sent me over her info and I shot Julia an email.
Okay, so just going to pause for a second to tell you guys, I dropped Joe's channel in the chat. You guys definitely go over and check him out and subscribe. I appreciate him letting us watch this video and talk about it, and even just giving us the information. First time watching from the phone, oh, Riddler, you're going to get hooked. My phone goes with me everywhere. I find myself grocery shopping, listening to true crime. So watch out. We get some earbuds, and that's all it takes. Okay, Michael. She's saying she's a private detective. Hey, Daisy. Okay.
Basically, just letting her who work that we do surrounding victims, and she reached out to me almost instantly, gave me a call and said that, you know, she would love some help. So for the next 5 or 6 days, we provided close support for Julia. We created records, arranged counselling, arranged her to see a psychologist. We funded it all ourselves off our own back, and even offered to pay and arrange for DNA testing to try and get this sorted as quickly as possible. Because despite what the media was saying, you know, we were seemingly making progress. And then Sunday before last, I received a call from Julia's quote unquote representation via Johansson, who basically asked me to remove myself from providing support for Julia.
See? So Julia had a legitimate, and I checked him out, like I said, he has a Facebook group that has 20,000 followers that is all about this. He's helped thousands of people get counseling and all the other things that they may need. That's basically what he does, is help people find resources. The fact that Fia would call him and basically, now this is the thing, that recording that we heard, Elizabeth, that recording, how about this? I should do a giveaway of some. He did, Carrie? No, yeah, he's legit. That recording that we heard, though, of his phone call with Fia, like we heard certain parts of that, and with Julia, he didn't know that it was being recorded. So it's kind of confusing. Hey, Glenjamin, good to see you. Alex, yes, it is. And I'm so glad I came across you all one day random about Julia. I'm so glad too. That's like what YouTube is for me. It helps so much with like my anxiety because it keeps my mind busy. I sit here and hang out with you guys or watch my friends. Like, you guys know all of my friends' channels. And yeah, it's just, it's a nice way to kind of not think about some of the tough things that we think about as humans.
For certain things that when a victim like Julia comes out, and Sunday before last, I agreed to call Julia's quote unquote representation,
Hey, BC,
who basically asked me to remove from providing victim support for Julia. There are certain things that when a victim like Julia comes out that need to be put into place, things like I mentioned before, like counselling, psychologist reports, evaluation, crime reports, those kind of things that I felt like I had done. And I had my reservations, but eventually I agreed because it came to a point where I felt like, look, we help year thousands of victims. You know, if this is a case that has representation and she doesn't want our help, then I'm happy to take a step. You can't force help on somebody. But over the next couple of days, what happened after I was removed was my team and I, you know, we hunt pedophiles. So, you know, we're pretty well.
We hunt pedophiles. I like him, you guys. I can't help it. Like, I'm sorry he's fighting a good fight. He's been through a lot. He's literally just out here trying to help people, you know, but he's also kind of funny. And yeah, I like him.
Well connected.
We hunt pedophiles.
And we started to see details of the things that we'd worked with Julia with, and details that were only in our confidential records starting to leak online, and gaining quite a lot of traction as well. this has only forced me to a point where I feel like now we're left with no choice but to come out and make a statement to address some of the accusations that have been leveled at us. So to set the record straight on a few things, one is currently focused here and on Julia. Number one, I want to say that my role in this case is purely for victim support. I want this to turn into a conspiracy. Everybody, including people listening and watching the video right now, will have opinions on what happened to Madeleine McCann. But when you work to support, none of that matters. It's not a case of what you think you know. It's a case of what you do know, of what the victim tells you. And that's the only way that you can actually make steps to helping a victim, is by working on what you know, not what you think you know. Number two, the leaks. We, and I think anybody who has any knowledge in audio whatsoever, just by listening to those tapes, will have a good idea of where they came from and actually who was recording who. But until our investigation concluded, any accusations other than to categorically deny that this leaked from my team in any way, shape, or form. Number three, Thea Johansson threatened me to move away from this case. I know what the videos that have been going around sound like, but what you have to understand is they are just a couple of minute clips of what were very detailed, very drawn accusations. Kids are very good with editing nowadays, especially as we found out in the last couple of days on TikTok.
Okay, so in the videos, it sounds like Thea's like, I guess, being like super, like not outright threatening him, but kind of like underhandedly. And he basically says, no, she didn't threaten me. She did say that if they needed my help, like in the future, I don't know, he's about to get into it. Like, basically, she would consider their help if they needed it or something. But just, the things he was doing as far as the counseling and the DNA test, she didn't want him to do that anymore, basically. Hey, White Raven. Hey, Woofy. I was just talking about you. Amanda, I'm going to drop his link again because Crazy Mama said it booted her when I dropped it. So here in just like when we end, remind me, I'll drop it. I'll put it in the comments too.
TikTok and Instagram. But Thea's, since our conversation nearly 10 days ago, me and Thea have spoken since. She's actually offered to bring us on board in any way that we can help Julia. So we'll be continuing, albeit from a distance, to help Julia so we can continue to do our work with the supporting SRA survivors.
It's just that now Thea will not allow direct, like now it's through Thea. If he helps, she's gonna decide when and how. When before, him and Julia were directly working together, even before Thea came into the conversation, before she came into this.
As well, which, as you know, is my primary focus here. Number four, I want to make it clear that I do believe that Julia is a victim, and I stand alongside her, including continuing to offer her any personal support in I can. Julia, you know that I'm always here. If you need me, you have my personal number. Call me anytime. Fifth, I'd like to invite the press and independent media to contact me directly rather than exploiting confidential records and potentially, allegedly, hacking my phone. As somebody who's worked on over 1,000 cases of this nature, if I can, as well as being a victim of this kind of abuse, if I can help, of course I will. But one thing I will not do is I will not Julia's safety or confidentiality. Never, ever victim, and I never will, and that is something that anybody who knows, anybody who's followed me for a long time, know that I stand strong in that. If it means I end up in a police cell at the end of the day, that's what I'm willing to do for the truth, and that's what I'm willing to do for survivors and victims. Lastly, I'd like to offer the opportunity to many victims who have previously come to us believing that they were either abused, victimized alongside Madeleine or by Madeleine's abductors. I know many of you previously ignored by law enforcement and the media. Now is your time to speak up. Come forward. And my team over the next couple of weeks, we will be focusing on this specifically. So if you want to speak to us about any area of this investigation, we have direct contacts to investigations that are gone right now to do with this case, and we will put you in contact with them. So if you have any information, reach out to us. This is Dr. Catherine Catherine and Savio Gaspar. Catherine Savio, I believe that you have information directly related to the Madeleine case that could blow this wide open and could change the very nature of this investigation. Online investigators and mainstream media, if you don't know why I want to speak with the Gaspars, then you haven't researched the case well enough. Dr. Catherine Savio, please get in contact with me. Thank you for listening to this short video, and please feel free to share this
Okay, so that's it. I wanted you guys to hear the end. That the couple that he's referring to, I believe they were there on the trip when Madeleine went missing. And did you notice he said that many people have reached out to him and his organization thinking that they were also like abused or, you know, hurt by the same like the people that look like the people on the Find Madeleine McCann website, like the sketches. They believe that they are directly connected to those traffickers or whatever. So it's kind of interesting. He said that people reached out to them in the past, and those people and anybody else, please reach out now because they're going to be working on that. And he definitely called out that couple. What did it say about the deep fryer? Let me see. Unplug the air fryer. Oh, they say there are some that are catching on fire. I've never used mine ever, but the other day Angie used it to make a hot pocket. But yeah, I need to use it. It is a horrible scam. Oh, thank you, Crazy Mama. You're the best. Thank you. So here's his channel, Joe Ward. Go check him out. Go subscribe. Tell him I sent you in the comments. He knows we were going to go over this today or sometime soon. So wait, back the milk truck up. How did Julia even get into the U.S.? She doesn't have proper documents, right? Exactly, Jen. That's the thing. But she was immediately asked this when she first came, and they claim she has a birth certificate. They just don't believe that it's legit. But yeah, they were not on the trip when Madeleine went missing. They were on a previous holiday with McCann and friends and were concerned about something that happened on the previous trip. Thank you, Jakey. See, I don't know much about it, but I looked it up. Like, I looked them up after he mentioned it. And was that previous trip also in Portugal? Because that's what I read, that they were in Portugal with the McCanns. But yeah, she definitely has a birth certificate and whatever else. I mean, and supposedly she submitted 3 DNA tests. I don't know. I just wanted to show you guys the updates from him. She got a passport with fraudulent birth certificate. Isn't that against the law? Well, yeah, but if you know it's fraudulent and you created it, I guess she's just trying to say just because she has a birth certificate doesn't mean it's legit type thing, which whatever. She looks identical to her mom. Okay. Not only that, and I told this Joe Ward guy, I'm done. I'm pissed off about it. I'll be honest. I am actually pissed off because not only is she okay, look, I would already be annoyed that you're using this case and you're potentially causing more pain and trauma for the families of many missing people, but she freaking edited her photos to look like Madeleine. She edited Madeleine's photos. That's some shit. That's ridiculous. I cannot. I'm going to show you guys because I know that I have them here. Hold on. And that's what I told him. I was like, no, she edited her photos, but look, he's working as victim support. He's not going to really, I don't know. It's just, yeah. Okay, look at this one. This is from another like account that's dedicated to kind of exposing her and stuff. Yeah, shame on both of them. Elizabeth. And you know, somebody wrote me in the comments and said, in my comments, and was like, she does have a mark in her eye. She might have a little bit of a dark spot, barely, but it is not a defined line like she tried to make it look. And I'm going to show you very clearly what I mean by that. You in the comments is who I'm talking to like that. But just so you guys know, it's some BS. Here's another one. This was taken, I could show, well, now her Instagram's down, but I showed exactly the moment that this screenshot was captured. She glances at the camera in a video. You don't see any dark, very dark, like distinguished line in her eye at all. I think this might even be the one she lightened, but hold on. I need a second to look. This was the last photo of Madeleine ever taken. Look at that beautiful baby. Oh my God, I just want to, I would totally just take care of her forever and ever. See, is that the one that she edited? I grabbed one off of her Instagram that she uploaded herself, and you could tell that it was 100% edited. The original picture, the mark is so dark and distinguished. Like, it's not, yeah. It's very frustrating when you have somebody come along and use, like, I don't know, all of it. All of you guys and me too. We're passionate about these cases. Like, and oh my God, like I think 10 years in the future, somebody coming out and using Summer or something like that, that would, oh my God, I would be so mad, you know? And I'm sorry, you guys, we go through a lot of stuff over here. So we got a ton of pictures and stuff. Let me check on you guys. Gannon. Hey, Corinne. So, Jen, what happened with Lori Vallow? Did they push it back? I know Jen Lou said death penalty's off the table. Tomorrow me and TT are doing that Sarah Boone. I don't know if Jen Lou is wanting to come, but I told her that she was also absolutely welcome. I'm so excited for that. And then Sunday we have a special live on Real Talk with Alex with Melissa, Jade, and Rena. Oh, here in the U.S., there's shopping deals for movies and books. The land of the opportunity. Go home, Fia. You're drunk. Agree, Dave. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Stephanie Harlow did amazing. What, on which video? Wait, okay, go watch the pre-recorded deep dive Stephanie Harlow did 3 years ago. Okay, I'll go check that out. I love her because her videos are like long. Oh, I can't wait for that live tomorrow either, Corinne. I might try to come back this evening because I've got something else that I wanted to talk about. I'll have to see kind of what's going on here and stuff. And I'm also, yes, we also have to do our next installment of Vallow Daybell. What are we doing next on your channel? Are we going to finish the pretrial hearing? And then over here, I'll think of something else we can go through. I can't wait. I'm really having so much fun. Shoot, we could do it. I would do it today. But yeah, just let me know what you're thinking. Hey, MK. So were there new interviews with Brian Koberger? I haven't seen that yet. Nathan Miller, do you guys remember the guy I talked about? If you were here, I talked about a man who was found wrapped in plastic and a rug, and they tried to say that it was no foul play. Even his debit card had been used. Well, a couple of days ago, they found and arrested the man who used his debit card. So that is good. And they do believe that this man may have answers about what happened to him, to Nathan. Yeah, Livia Ship. She's now claiming she could be Livia Ship. I just can't get over that. She's 23 years old. In 2011, she would be 11 years old because she must have been born in the year 2000. You would remember being kidnapped and put with a whole new family at 11 years old. Matter of fact, you have photos of you at your house that you've already shown with your mother. This makes no sense at all. Sorry, you guys. I'm just a scroll and I can't even see her comments because I was trying to find that picture that she edited. To me, that goes beyond all. Yeah, that's just absolutely ridiculous. Ashley Banfield, Lord have mercy. Well, I give up. If she's not Olivia, she might be the other twin. She can't be Angel's lie to keep control. She was 11 years old, and she's got pictures that she's shown with her mom, the lady who's her mom now, or with her family at her house at like 5-6 years old. So there's absolutely no way. I don't know why why they're even feeding into that. There's really no possibility of that being true. Lily. Yep, they wrapped in plastic and a rug and no foul play. Jakey, if you guys haven't seen that video, actually, it didn't do super well. Go watch it. It's very interesting, and he deserves the attention. It's really hard as a creator because, there are a lot of cases that it happens every day. Hell, I'm going to pull up. Let's look. Hold on. I'm going to show you guys just how often it's happening. We're not going to read any today, but I usually do a thing called True Crime News. And on that, we go on Crime Online and we just go through all of the cases that are not really being talked about that much and stuff like that. And it's absolutely crazy. Oh my God, North Carolina man. North Carolina man had kill list, beginning with random woman he attacked for the experience to kill. Alabama mom stabs to death her 8-year-old son. Missing 8-year-old. 66-year-old Florida woman lost in the forest for a week. Husband charged with murder in the death of this Georgia mom. All these Black women missing. Where you don't hear about all of these. Husband charged with murder in death of Mississippi women. 4 charged with murder of an Arkansas teen found dead in the forest. Stepmother films nonverbal autistic tot dying from, oh my God. Dying from a head injury without offering help. Baby triplet had unusual levels of gas in the stomach after serial killer nurse killed his brother. Best friend charged with the murder of Las Vegas man. You guys, it's so much. Another female soldier dies at Fort Hood after reporting sexual harassment. Do you guys remember Vanessa Guillen? This is what I'm saying. I should do a True Crime News. Look at all of these. Hey, Shay. This is absolutely insane. Oh, I'm sorry, Lily. No, it's okay. Angels like to keep control. I thought you were being serious, but I mean, this is awful, you guys. Let's see what this is, because I followed Vanessa Guillen closely. Vanessa Guillen was a beautiful Mexican American who was in the Army, and she was very dedicated to the country. She wanted to be in her Army her whole life. She reported that she was being sexually harassed, and next thing you know, she was killed by the guy at Fort Hood. And there's a lot of that happening at all the Army bases. It just is. The death of a female soldier at Texas Army base is being investigated as a suicide. Family members told Spanish news outlet that the death of Private Anna I can't say her name, a combat engineer, was preliminarily deemed a suicide. Speaking with ABC News, her family said she told her last month she was being sexually harassed. She told me, "Mom, everyone wants me to sleep with them." Another female soldier at Fort Hood, Vanessa Guillen, vanished from the base in April of 2020. Her body was found 2 months later, dismembered, burned, and covered by concrete rocks along the Leon River. The Superior Guillen, accused of harassment, Army Specialist Aaron Robinson, who told his girlfriend what he had done, and he went and killed her. He did shoot himself as well when he was being caught. Another one, Steph. You guys, we have to look at this. I'm sorry. I know this is not. Booted myself. I meant to go back on Crime Online because I want us to go look at a case or two that we just looked through. I cannot end this live without doing it. I'm sorry. So if you guys aren't interested, I do understand and all of that. But yeah, hold on. This one. Actually, the first two I was very interested in, but North Carolina man had kill list, beginning with random woman he attacked for the experience to kill. That's him right there. A North Carolina man arrested last month for allegedly kidnapping and trying to kill a woman who subsequently escaped him, allegedly told police she was to be a random kill and give him the experience to kill more, including his parents and former classmates. Hunter Nance, 24, was arrested February 15th after the woman wrestled the knife he was using away from him, cutting her hands in the process, and fled, flagging down passerbys for a ride back to her car, which was parked at a convenience store in China Grove. From there, emergency medical personnel responded to treat her wounds, while deputies heard her story and went to the house where she had been attacked. Nance was located and initially arrested on false imprisonment and assault with a deadly weapon, but attempted first-degree murder and kidnapping charges were later added. Deputies said he and the woman initially met at a gas station and exchanged numbers, and that they later spoke and agreed to meet and go back to Nance's home. A search warrant says that Nance told investigators he planned to stab the woman 25 times and then drag her body. Oh my God. He told police this. He planned to stab her 25 times and drag her body into the road for passing vehicles to see. That's a quote. Quote, for passing vehicles to see. But before that, he said he planned to cut her fingers off before killing her in order to eat them in front of her to scare her. He allegedly told detectives the woman was to be his first kill to begin satisfying a list of people he wanted to kill. The list began with a random person who would give him the experience to know what it was like to kill someone. After that, he said he would be able to kill his parents and past classmates who bullied him in school. He's being held on a $1.2 million bond. This is scary as hell. He attacked a random woman. I wonder if Brian Koberger was doing that for like the experience to kill. Thank you, Tia. I really do. Doesn't sound like first, I know. Must have thought about it for a long time. Very specific, Jay. That is so weird. And I agree, Corinne. What a freaking sicko. Bye, Jakey. Okay, we got one more. Yes, Lynn, I will. I've got about 80 texts and 80 messenger messages, and I plan on going through them all, and I definitely will. It's just, I had that party this morning. I've been so busy, and I honestly have lots of work still to do today and tomorrow. So, but I'm definitely going to catch up on the messages. So anybody who messaged me, just know I plan on getting into them as soon as I'm done with this. So this is the other one I wanted to see. This must have just happened. Let me check on you guys for a minute. Stay woke, y'all. Absolutely. I have to mail out a giveaway package too. I know, Nana, especially this week because I have someone here and we had to go meet with the FBI. Later, I have to upload a ton of documents, messages, bank records, PayPal stuff to this link specifically for the FBI, and it's going to take a long time. So and then I was in charge of the party today, which Bentley was so excited. His teacher told me, he kept telling his friends, my mom's in charge of us at this party. My mom's in charge of the party. Hey, addicted to art and crime. We're living in the upside down. Oh, I love you guys too. And yeah, it was pretty good, Shay. I mean, there was a baby there named Bentley. That was like, I loved that. I was so excited. Yeah, too busy. Dude, next week, y'all, I'm going to be doing a lot of laying around and Netflix, and I can't wait. Yeah, Nadie, he was so excited. Okay, let's read this one. Alabama mom stabs to death 8-year-old son and wounds her father. Deputies in Alabama have arrested a 41-year-old woman for the stabbing death of her 8-year-old son. The sheriff's office said it was called to the scene in Hartselle at about 5:30 a.m. on Thursday and found the boy dead, oh my God, and a man suffering from the stab wound. The man was treated at the scene and then flown to Huntsville Hospital for further treatment. Deputies arrested Nicole Long, charging her with capital murder. Court documents reveal the man who was stabbed is her father. I didn't know if it was her father or the baby's. Officers encountered him when they arrived, and he told them his daughter had stabbed him, and he feared, oh my God, she would harm his grandson upstairs. Long was coming downstairs when the officers reached the staircase, and she told them the boy was dead. Both the man and the boy were stabbed multiple times. Police did not release the names of the victims, but the school superintendent released a statement noting that one of their students had died and that support services are available for those who need them. Long has been booked in the Morgan County Jail without bond. Oh my God. So she straight up, police arrived, they find her walking down the steps and she says, he's dead. He's up, my son's upstairs and he's dead. Oh my God, y'all. That is so sad. Oh, hey LFT. I don't even see you, but I see everyone saying hi. Oh my Lord, y'all. What is happening in this world? I've got to look that one up later. I want to know more details of that. And the other one, my brain is not working, y'all. I think it's overloaded. This is the after this, I'll let you guys go. But I haven't seen you. I didn't see you yesterday, so I'm enjoying talking with you guys. Okay. 4 charged with murder of Arkansas teen found dead in Mississippi forest. Wow, Arkansas teen found in Mississippi. Steph, it said she stabbed him 8 times. Nadia. Well, he begged on 911 for her to stop. Oh my God. You should send that to me. I've not heard of that. Sassy Blue, we've turned away from God. That's what's happening, in my honest opinion. Oh, I hope you do too, Jay. Is it Will? Which one, Arkansas or Mississippi? All right, let's check this one out. 4 people have been charged with killing an Arkansas high school senior who was found shot to death last week in a national forest. Oh my God. Fredarius Wilson of West Memphis, Arkansas, was reported missing by his family on March 5th. A U.S. Forest Service employee found his body in a remote area of the Holly Springs National Forest 3 days later. He had been shot multiple times. His phone last pinged in the area of the National Forest, and they searched for about 6 hours, and then they returned the next day with more crews. Jay Hale, district attorney for 17th Circuit Court District, told North Mississippi Herald on Thursday Alicia Jackson, Brandon Jackson, Braylon Jackson, and Devin Smith had been arrested and charged with Wilson's murder. His deputies worked hard and put long hours into the case. The investigation is ongoing, but Wilson knew at least one of the suspects. Only one? 3 of the suspects were arrested Wednesday. The 4th was taken into custody early Wednesday. The 4th was late Wednesday, and bond is at $1 million for all 4. Awful. All right, y'all. I had fun yesterday when we went to the FBI, though, because I went to a little smoke shop in Virginia. It was a pretty cool little place. It was it was almost like Chuck E. Cheese. It was so cool. You buy like a membership and you earn point. I don't know. It was like you buy. It's almost like Chuck E. Cheese. Like, I can't explain it better than that. But many bizarre missings and unalivings in national parks and forests. I've heard of that before, especially out west. But Brian Laundrie shot himself in that national forest. Hey, Amber. Smoke break, then love you, bye. Exactly. I'll sit here and smoke one with you, and then I'm official. Why? What does that mean? I am officially excited. I'm excited to do the work that some of the work I have to do later. Like, I'm going to make you guys. So Saturday, Truth Teller, maybe Jen Lu too, but definitely Truth Teller is coming, and we're talking about the suitcase murders. So today I'm going to make some like visual, just some little like slides. I'm not going to do a PowerPoint. I'm just going to do single images and upload it in the StreamYard so that we have like something, just visuals with it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun time. They're doing great. Already crawling and pulling himself up now. Oh my God, I love babies like that. I love babies. Oh, I see. Investigator, I see. Official. Like Fia. I could be like Fia and just call myself Dr. Allie Erickson, aka Private Investigator Allie Erickson. Dr. Erickson. Or what is up with these women who want to be called doctor who don't have doctorates? Like Letitia Stout. I had to check it out, Sassy. I don't know, Steph. The suitcase? You're going to learn, because if you don't know anything, don't worry, because Saturday, that is what it's going to be here. We're going to just do like an overview of the case, like an outline of everything that happened, who they are, that kind of stuff. Then we're going over to TT's to watch her interrogations and all that stuff. But not tomorrow. That will be later, within a few days probably. I had a Guinness with my lunch today, just like back home. Oh, that's cool. What's with your pretending? Anyone pretending to be something they aren't, or someone they aren't. Nay, you know how it is. People are like that, man. It's crazy. I never dreamed getting on YouTube, like my experience would be how it is. Like, I met some amazing people, but I've met some crazy ass people too. I mean, hell, a few months ago and yesterday too. I mean, I've committed crime. I had a person get on here and say I committed a hate crime and I don't raise my kids. I'm like, well, who the hell does? And who are those little midget, like little people in my house? Didn't see you live. Hey, Baton Rouge. I was about to say, I used to call like Trenton my little midget a long time ago when he was little, but now, that is now a slur, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but so I don't want to offend anybody. Dr. Dr. Detective Private Eye Alex Erickson. Yes, crazy. Everything is a slur now. I know, but you know what? The way I feel. See, I know that. Look, I hear people. I can hear TT right now in my head telling me, Alex, people get too offended. They get offended by everything. But then again, I'm like, well, even though some of it does feel a bit ridiculous, I just don't want to offend anybody. So I'll just, whatever. It'll be fine. I'll go, if you tell me that something I say offends you, I'm not going to keep saying it. But remember when we were free? Hey, Maria, if I had a doctorate, I wouldn't want to be called doctor. It's bragging. Right, unless you're like an MD or something like that. It's created to create. Oh, yeah, I agree, Steph. And it does create conflict. It's always us versus them, like the politics. I love the Young Turks. That's like the only place I'll watch political stuff because they call out everybody. They literally will tell you 95% of all politicians on both sides are greedy and they care more about them, their pockets, and all their donors than they do about the people that they're in there for, right? That's just the truth. I mean, I'm sure there are good ones, but not a lot. Why wouldn't you, Dave? I don't think they're just not that smart, I guess. Why wouldn't you start a sustainable scam instead? She's being obvious to me. It won't let me click on your comment. Here it went. P.S. Those kind of doctors are doctors who do very little. Hey, Melinda. People are very soft this day. Divided we fall. Yep, absolutely. I try my best, but sometimes my humor doesn't translate so well to some people in this country. Back in Europe, humor is more dark. Here, it is more situational. Yeah, I could see that. That would be kind of tough to get used to, too, Every culture is different. Can't do snowflakes, sorry. Nay. Hey, Woofy. Woofy came back. They do need term limits. I agree. I would love to see like all 500 and however many members of Congress, and because there's 435, right, in the House. I think that's how many, 100 in the Senate. I'd like to see all of them go home, get people from the community, get, working people who maybe doctors or I don't care. It doesn't, teachers, janitors, even a homeless person, get people that are smart and willing to work, but who are actually living in the situation they're creating. Because let's be real, those politicians are not. They live in a different world than us. They have, they just do. First Amendment says I can say what I want. So in my opinion, there is no hate speech, but you are free to hate or love my speech. I'll watch both sides here. I do that, Jay. But you know what? I'm telling you, all the cable news is garbage, in my opinion. Number one, they're all owned by the same people, okay? Number two, if you look into it, the entire history of Fox News, it was created to be basically propaganda for the Republican Party because they had a couple news stations who did that for the Democrats. So they needed, they needed a station for the other side. And that was the whole, look it up. That's like kind of exactly why it was created. However, all the same people own all of them. In my opinion, They're independently owned. It's a YouTube channel that just has like millions of followers, but still they're independently owned, and they don't have like the news. They have to watch. They have to. I don't know. I just feel like they don't have to watch as much. They're not as connected as closely to watch. Yep, Riddler, you're exactly right. It's like lawyers. Let me tell you what, you might go into the courtroom and be going through a divorce, and your lawyer fights like hell with your husband's lawyer or wife's lawyer. But I bet you money when they leave that day, they go have lunch together or they play golf together. Dr. Phil is not a doctor. So he is a doctor. This is why people say that, which I kind of get frustrated with that, because I feel like he still knows enough to have an opinion. So he was a doctor, and he actually worked like in the courtroom. He was like a court-appointed psychologist, and he would oftentimes get called onto the Oprah show to do like segments where he would give a professional opinion. And from that, he went and started his own show and moved to California. So he was licensed in like maybe Texas, I think. And when he moved to California, he didn't renew his license. So he can't practice medicine currently, but he still is a doctor. Steph, my grandpa has told me for so long to invest in silver because of that. Our American royalty. There you go, Amy. I prefer assholes versus passive-aggressive liars. So I agree. Well, I don't know. Oh, here we go. Hi, I'm from Sweden, and one of my closest friends is Fia's son. She is con artist and a deadbeat mom. Can you come up on panel? She left him when he was 7. Would you like to come up on panel? Can you tell us a little bit about that? We need, Julia came up on panel here. She happened to come in the chat similar to how you did just now and kind of commented on what we were talking about. We need mandatory anti-corporate greed behavioral training. Yes, I agree. I completely agree. I love you guys so much. We are just like one and the same. So even when we don't agree, but still. Yeah, both sides laugh at us. Absolutely. And most of them are not concerned with helping you or your life. They're not. They may do things that feels like it's helping you, but no. Fia is from Sweden. Can you look, if you wanted to come up and talk, you can. I'm going to put a link in the chat. If you click that link, you can actually come up you'll come up on screen. You don't have to be on camera. I'm not on camera. I mean, you can turn your camera off and on like this. I don't look very good today, and I'm tired, so I didn't want to, but you can just turn it off like I just did. And yeah, here, let me put it in here in case you would. Fia is from Sweden originally. She had 2 kids. Her and her son is same age as me. I'm 24. He is 22. He is struggling every day while she lives in a mansion in the U.S. Oh my God. That is awful. That is absolutely awful. I've lost so many friends because of politics. I am independent, and sometimes I lean right, sometimes left. So I'm not one or the other. So friends on both sides get mad at me. Yeah, I lean left sometimes. I'm weird. I lean left with social issues, but I lean right with like a lot of with the guns and with now I think that we could do better with our guns, but I think that we should be allowed to have them. Criminals don't get their guns legally. Take the guns from the people who get them legally so they can't defend themselves. That's stupid. And I lean right with some other things. I'm a fan of limited government. I don't think they need to be all in all of our business and telling us kind of how and what to do. But also, like with healthcare, I think that we can do so much better for people. I think that there is no reason that one of the richest countries in the world with the best economy in the world, supposedly, or one of the best, should not have better health care. We should not be paying out the ass for drugs that you have to save your life. Politicians could put in place that, hey, if this is for some kind of life-threatening illness, I can get it for drugs that you don't have to have. But I'm sorry, if it's a medication that you absolutely have to have, no, that's ridiculous. Oh, thank you, Maria. I love you guys too. Yeah, the link is for you. You can come up here if you want. Oh, I love you guys. Amy, I love your brains too. Corinne, I read Amy's as I was answering you, Corinne. You're an RN. That's cool though. So yeah, I don't want to say too much because it's my friend's mom. But he has told a lot about her and how she abandoned him and his father and ruined his father financially and remarried a rich man. Really, Steph? Because like when I see people from countries like Canada, I have a friend in Australia too. They're like, "Oh my God, I cannot believe you pay out the butt for insulin. We don't pay anything, like things like that. An illness shouldn't bankrupt you. No way in hell." No, Amber. See, that makes me mad. A woman who has worked her ass off to pay into the country's social security and this and that. And then she's got to pay thousands for insulin, which, it's just ridiculous. Really, Steph? So the lady who's I've been helping with some of this other case is from Canada. And when, she went with me to the pharmacy, she's like, "Oh my God, I pay nothing for my medicine." But, taxes would be higher. You got to get the money from somewhere. So, yes, I would love for you to email me if you don't mind. Exios, and it will remain private unless there's something that's okay to be public. But I would absolutely love to speak with you about some of this. I'm a type 1 diabetic without insurance. Insulin at one point was $400 a bottle. I use 2 different types every month. Okay, so how many bottles do you need a month? I don't know, like a average diabetic. My son's bipolar medicine is over $1,000. Also in Canada, she was telling me that if you get caught with drugs, you don't go to jail unless you're selling drugs. If you get caught with drugs, they want to help you mentally. You go rehab, things like that. So $200 for 1 injection. See, that is way too much. I think it also probably depends on where at you are in Canada and, well, you don't have insurance, do you? I don't know. $1,600 a month. That is absolutely ridiculous. She is a scam artist and a narcissist. I can tell that she's narcissistic. When you watch through her Instagram posts, we talked about this before you came in. She's talking about herself and how wonderful she is and all of her accomplishments. You can absolutely tell that Fia loves Fia, period. But that is absolutely sad that she's over here living this ritzy life, getting Julia, bringing her over, getting her a safe house, but her kids are over there struggling in Sweden. If that is true, that is ridiculous. I'm sorry. It is ridiculous. But guess what? Her sons don't gain her all the Instagram followers, Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. I would love that. Thank you. Yeah, Amber, I heard about that. That's really cool. I love that. I think that it should be that way. If you get caught selling drugs, you need to go to jail. I have nothing left in me for any of the dealers. I'll tell you what, after I got clean, I had a person in my life who was still using. I called up every dealer that I knew that they talked to, found them on Facebook, and I threatened them to call the police. I don't give a shit. I will snitch on a heroin dealer in a fucking second. I'm telling you. I'm not in that game anymore. So it changes. Back in the day, if you're in the game, it's the no switch snitching, no talking. No, not now. If you're actively getting rich off of helping ruin people's lives, I'm I have nothing for you. Now, if you're a user, I don't think you should go to jail. You're already miserable and ruining your life. I mean, I don't know. And you're hurting yourself only. 175 for ADHD. Without an insulin pump, I have to be on basal insulin, and then there's mealtime insulin. I'm on an insulin pump now. I'm still paying $500 out of pocket for supplies. Mama Bear, I'm so sorry. That's ridiculous. Yep, they make too much money off of it because it's private. It is literally, our healthcare system is a business here. It is not, it's a business. Don't forget that. And when you go to the doctor, they work for you. You're paying them to work for you. So, hey, my May, yeah, we're done. We've been talking about other stuff for 30 minutes. Sassy Blue, oxy and heroin and meth has ruined West Virginia. Women and gunpowder. All right, you guys. Yep, it's sickness business. Thank you guys for being here with me today. I really appreciate it. You guys mean a lot to me. It's been a really crazy couple of days for many reasons. So, yeah, I just want to say thank you. I really, really, really appreciate you guys more than you will ever know. Yep, you are. So don't let a doctor treat you like crap. Yes. Or ignore you. Absolutely, Corinne. You're so cute, by the way. You are very cute. Cocaine is like weed here. That is crazy. All right. You guys have a great day. I will definitely see you tomorrow and maybe before then. And it might be pre-records or a premiere or something like that. But still, keep your eyes open for that if you're interested. Oh, Leo, that's okay. I'm sorry too. I wish you were here with us. Bye, Mars. Bye, Corinne. Oh, thank you. Bye, guys. I love you all. Thank you to my mods. And yeah, have a really great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.